The Bengals give massive updates concerning the injury report that is going to impact the game on Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. We're going to break it all down, and also injuries concerning the Cleveland Browns and why, if certain players cannot play, it will be major implications come game day. Welcome to the jungle. This is Isaac Coffman with Bengals Digest. Happy to see all you Bengals fans. The excitement is growing. We are almost to week 1. Game 1 of the season. If you are excited, hit that like button to show your excitement. We want to hear from you as well. Comment below, what are your expectations going into this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns? Game day. NFL football is here. And we've got some updates from the Bengals when it comes to the injury report. It's great news. Injuries, they do not have any starters listed on the injury report. However, on the other hand, the Cleveland Browns have just announced they have some people on the injury report. One being Myles Garret. He is such a huge factor when it comes to the Cleveland Browns defense. He is not everything. They've got a lot of good players on that defense. However, if Myles Garret is missing come Sunday, this is going to be crucial. It's going to be huge. The question mark with this Bengals team is this offensive line going to be able to hold up? Is it going to be able to protect Joe Burrow each week, day in and day out? Are they going to be able to give him enough time? Just give him those extra seconds. With Myles Garret, it doesn't matter what kind of offensive line you got. He is just a force. I think there's that respect. People understand how much of a force Myles Garret really is. So this is huge. This is absolutely massive when you're talking about game day, the first game of the year against a rival, and the best player on their team could potentially miss on Sunday. That was a report that he sat out of practice with a hip injury. And I think with hip injuries, that's where it's really kind of, you just don't have a clear picture. It's such a crucial part that you do not want to be injured. Is it minor that he just needed some rest? It remains to be seen. As of right now, he is listed as questionable. And that goes without saying. Here we are, we've still got a few days to go. Things could change between now and then. Maybe he still suits up. There is no word coming out of the Cleveland Browns that he is not going to play. But sitting out of practice with a hip injury, this was new. This did not show up until today. So this is huge. This is a big loss for the Browns if they cannot have Myles Garret go. In addition, the full report, as you can see here, the Bengals, again, they have their list. These are guys that are out for the year. You even have Sam Hubbard on there. But what also was interesting is not only Myles Garret, but you also have Denzel Ward on there. That is another feared player, I would say, with the Browns on that defense. Again, it might be something minor. That's just maybe the designation that he is on. Something to keep an eye on. Still looking into that information. As we know of right now, though, it looks as though Myles Garret did not practice. So that's huge. It's not just that he's dealing with an injury. He's pushing through it. He's still practicing. He actually sat out with that hip injury. And again, why is this such a big deal? Well, Myles Garret has a PFF rating. I mean, it goes without saying. He's, if not the top rusher, the top end. But if you want to break it down, he's a 92.3 PFF overall. Just crazy. Just, what more do you want? He's a 6'4", 272 pounds, but he moves like a linebacker. I mean, he's like, moves like he's 200 out there. It's just, he is a wrecking ball. He has always been a thorn in the Bengals side. They have to game plan around him. That's how it goes every single game. They are always looking at where is Garrett lining up. Sometimes they've had him on the opposite side. Sometimes they've kicked him inside. And that's another thing to think about is right guard. Lucas Patrick has been named the starter, and he was shaky. He was not looking the best. It looks like he was starting to kind of come on there a little bit, but he did have an injury. So is he back full go? Is he going to be ready to go? There are a lot of question marks on that offensive line as a whole. Now, there are certain positions you feel good about. Obviously, Orlando Brown. You've got Teddy there in the middle. And Marius Mims, he's still got a lot of room to grow, but he's been a solid right tackle in terms of who he is. He's going into his second year. He had those lumps. He had those growing pains as a rookie last year. Nothing really to say he was amazing, but you could just see the potential. And he was showing a lot in preseason. I have really confidence in him. You got Dylan Fairchild on the left side. He's a rookie. As much as he's been impressing, as much as I was just blown away how well he did in preseason. That's preseason. What's it going to be in game time? You still got to have those questions. You still have those things. And if Myles Garret is playing, I mean, he is that team. He is the Cleveland Browns. When you think of the Browns, you don't think of their quarterbacks. That's an ongoing thing with that team, is they're always looking for that next quarterback. But Myles Garrett's been there consistent. I mean, he's just been that game wrecker. You get that close game. Bengals need to go down for that drive. It seems like Garrett is always there. He's just always that thorn in the side. And it's a rival game. You're going to have that. I mean, go through each of the division rivals. Each have a player where you just shake your head and go, oh man, they just always get in the way. It feels like that's Myles Garret. That's why this is such a big deal. And last year he had 14 sacks. I mean, he's just so consistent. He's always up there. Trey Hendrickson, the Bengals do have, and he had the most sacks. But Garrett, even though he didn't have as many sacks, that's where I come in on the pressure rate. He is right there at the top on pressure rates. He's just a menace. So if he is out, this is going to be big. This is going to be an opportunity for the Bengals. You don't wish any kind of injury, obviously, but if a guy is out, that's where the Bengals have got to take care of business. You don't have Myles Garrett on that line. Now that opens up so much. He is one player, true. And this Cleveland defense, even without Garrett, they're going to be tough. It's going to be a tough matchup no matter with him there or not. But still, that's an opportunity. Take advantage of it. The Bengals have got to show it. They were talking about how their defense themselves, they were only using 10 to 15% of the playbook. Well, you've got to shut down this offense on the Browns. That's an opportunity right there to go out there and show up. You have Joe Flacco as the quarterback. You should be able to get those stops. Now on the flip side, now you have an opportunity. If Myles Garrett is not playing, now you can go out there and show what you're made of. Show everybody what you guys are talking about when you say we're going to come out here fast. They recognize that has been their weakness in years past, not winning those first few games. This is a great opportunity. Got to still stay tuned. Again, we've still got a few days to go. Garrett might still go and be that wrecking ball, that menace. They're going to have to account for him. They're going to have to game plan for him. Nothing's changed in that aspect, but something to keep an eye on for sure. For how good of a player, you got to respect Garrett. He's one of those players that's just one of the best in the league. So it all comes down to, are they going to be ready? Are they going to have the game plan with or without Garrett? Just go out there and let's get the win. What do you guys think? Is this going to be a big piece for the Bengals, not having Garrett potentially not out on the field? We want to hear from you guys. Do you think Garrett's going to be playing on Sunday? Maybe with that injury, just playing through it. We want to hear from you guys. And if you have not already, be sure you smash that subscribe so you'll be up to date. You'll know when our new videos drop, and you'll be in the know with all things Bengals. So that's going to do it for now, guys. As we say, Hoo Day.